media is who we are. Listening to is my name, and this is the glorious morning. And we're about to, in what we call our prophecy today feature, have a very important conversation. And this morning, we are looking at something that has to do with money issues in the church. I think that's the best way to frame it. Money issues in the church. Yo, my friend. Kukunti, there's a lot going on. I'm going to um, play something for you, a clip that represents some of these issues. I don't know if the clip will be heard on the platform. I hope it will. I'm not sure. I'm trying this out for the first time. But yes, scary news have come to the fore. Scary, really scary news about people benefiting from church coffers, raising all sorts of concerns like them still serving in the leadership, even though the courts are involved. Issues about the returning of tithes and offerings by people who work for the church, tax evasions by church leadership, where the tithes and offerings should only go to conferences. That's what I really want to talk about, actually, and whether it is okay for it to perhaps also go to private ministries. So that's the conversation that we are opening this morning. Is it okay for us to expand, or must it only be at church and nothing else? This clip is 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So let's just listen to it together. And then after that, we'll come back and have a conversation. Oh yeah. So your thoughts? It's opening a can of worms. It is opening a can of worms this morning. Honestly, what are your thoughts on some of the issues that were raised from the Advent Connect ministry? I think a lot of us do steal from God somehow, but when it happens to us, it really affects us severely. We get very angry. Why do we do that to God though? We don't like people taking from us, but we take from God, and that's justified. That's okay. But when it happens to us, we lose our minds. I'm not saying it must happen to us, but I am just saying we do it to God. Isn't that hypocrisy? Like the way we get so mad when we are okay doing it, but we're not okay with other people doing it to us. So some of my thoughts are that, Anesh, yeah, yeah, my thoughts, and then you can weigh in. If I don't return tithes, now I'm talking about myself, ne, as Millicent. If I don't return tithes and give offerings, sure, it means I guess the perception is that God didn't bless me at all and I have nothing to give. That's really the impression that I'm giving, you know. But also, why should I desire a place to worship, but I do not contribute to its upkeep, to rent, to water and lights, for the beautiful flowers in the church, for the security that makes me feel safe when I'm there? Why should I keep whatever little money? Because we will all say, I cannot chelete or sharp chummy. With little money, whatever little money that I have to myself. And yet I desire prayers and visitations from the pastor, eh? Who supports his family? Kana some people are single, ne? So who supports him? Ke? When I need counseling, hmm? When we get married, eh? I never have to pay for that at church. I don't. I don't. When someone in my family dies, I don't pay for the church to conduct the funeral service. So like, why can't I show gratitude through offerings? Like honestly, I benefit immensely, immensely from the ministry of the church, you know? I go to camp meetings. Let's say I did not camps and all I did not camp and all that I had to use to get there is, find transport and pay for transport. Okay. But I want to hear messages from a particular evangelist or minister. Uh-huh. So, hello. With what money did this person get to my country? We're a global church, right? Okay. With what money did that person have to book flights and accommodation for the days that they are here? Um, where should that money come from? If he or she is busy with research that I'm interested in hearing, and every now and again, maybe once a week or a couple of times a week, this person posts and shares like whatever information that they gathered online, and I watch their channel, okay? Um, where should his sustenance or her sustenance come from? Because obviously they have to spend time doing that. And that might not always be economical. It's not that when you're on YouTube, you are raking in a lot of money. Depends on what you are doing on YouTube. It depends on views and adverts and followers. And I believe all those things have an impact. And maybe not everyone will go for religious um I don't know, commentaries versus maybe gossip and those other kinds of things. So you're up against people who have millions and millions and millions and millions of followers. But the few people who do go and check out what you do, love what you do, and they benefit from that. So I don't know. I'm just trying to be practical, you know. Okay, here's another controversial one. Maybe when I expect to always sit in the pews and hear from other people, who also sacrifice time and other resources to prepare for the congregation. Why can I not also contribute to the fellowship of the church with my gifts? Like, what actually is the issue? What actually is the issue? Aren't we all equal? The Bible says you are a royal priesthood. Who? Sonke, right? All of us. All of us. So why must some people bear the work burdens more than others? It's giving, I don't know, like maybe we are being unfair, maybe we are being selfish, and maybe even entitled. Those are blessings, bro. Those are blessings. I've heard people saying, "Hore, yo, shoot, I'm gonna have to pay money so that they can bury my mom because I'm sonti." I I don't think we pay for a church to come and bury you. I don't think we pay for a minister to marry you off. That's his time. Okay, you could have been doing some other business, I guess, and making money. I guess. But anyway, I don't know. Your thoughts on today's myriads of issues regarding tax evasions? I think that's scary. That's very scary. Withholding offerings and returning your tithe to other storehouses outside of your local church and conference like online ministries. I can see the can of worms being opened. I can see it. But Daike, let me hear from you. What are your thoughts on this and other issues? Plus 2773 470 3520. Hey, kuningi.
AWR.
And again, let me say this, that here we need to change our strategies. The church shouldn't be built because there are so many people there. Wherever there are human beings, there should be the house of worship.
Yeah.
We need to cease to a situation where we only begin to look for land after people have settled there. There are quite many. That's when we open a church. It shouldn't be like that. As long as there are people, there are 10 households, 5, there should be a house of worship there.
This and more on Glorious Morning, only on Adventist World Radio.